Today I thought I would do a little ranking video for you guys, and this is on something that I've wanted to do for actually a couple of years, but have kind of forgotten about it and also just kind of put it on the back burner. And GWPs that I've had in the collection have just cycled through and just kind of come and gone and stuff like that. But I've wanted to do a ranking for my top 5 favorite gift with purchases. And starting at number 5, we've got the Lego House Tribute to Lego House gift with purchase, which this was free for spending $250 the Black Friday of, I believe, 2022. At least I think it was 2022. I know I got it when I bought the Lion Knight's Castle. So it might have been either 22 or 23 Black Friday weekend double points for $250 spend. And so I knew right away I was getting that gift with purchase. And if I ever get a trip to Billund, then I'll be able to see most of these in person, but to get the micro scale versions as actual Lego builds is good enough for now, which if I had a second copy of this set, I would actually open and build the set, but I don't have a second copy, so this one copy I do have is staying sealed, mainly because it is kind of a valuable gift with purchase, so that's one of the reasons I'm keeping it sealed, because some of the gift with purchase that I keep, I usually keep them sealed, especially if they're higher valuable ones. And then at number 4, we've got the Winter Carriage Ride. And this was also a double points. Actually, this wasn't actually double points for Black Friday. This was, I believe, December of 2023. But it was actually, I think, during a double point in December. And it was just too good of a gift with purchase to pass up on for what it was. Because if I was ever to actually start a Winter Village, which I haven't started, even though I've got 2 fully built sets and 3 in the backlog, I knew that the form of transportation wasn't going to be anything too crazy, and this was going to fit perfectly. So I wanted to get at least one of these. So really happy to have this at least sealed. So to get 3 figures and a horse, and I think the spend amount was only about, it was less than 200, so that wasn't too bad. And so to get 3 figures and a horse over a double points, it was definitely worth it. And so really happy to have this in the collection for gift with purchases. Now we're getting into the doubled copies here. At number 3, we've got the Amelia Earhart tribute set, which I have 2 copies of this sealed, which one I got in, I believe, April of 2021 or 2022 when the set was first out, And that kind of started the whole trend of like the women tribute sets, which I did not get the Jane Austen tribute set from earlier last year. But that was mainly because that set wasn't really in the same style as this or the Jane Goodall set, which I do also have that one. But the reason I got 2 copies for this one is this one, if I ever wanted to actually start an airport, which at the time when this was going, I did have an airport, very small, but still had an airport in the city, and I wanted to have this somewhere in the airport set up for the city, but never really came around to actually building it. And then they actually put this in the reward center for about 1,500 points. And so ended up dropping the 1,500 points because I had it to get another one. So that's how I ended up with the second one. So glad to have 2 copies of this sealed. And just overall, great sealed gift with purchase to have. And for about, I would say, $20, $25 value now, it's actually really great still. And if I did build it, I'd probably be getting the same treatment that I've given the 40th anniversary train set, which we'll get to that set later. But at number 2, we've got the Sega Genesis game controller set from late last year, which I'm not really going to spend too much time on this set. As you guys know, I'm very big into gaming, and this was the first game system that I played. So when Lego did this as a gift with purchase, I was all over it. And so this was a no-brainer to pick up. And then finding a second one of my local Bricks and Minifigs with the coupon that I had for that month, it was like easy pickup. So really happy to have 2 copies of this, one to keep sealed and one to build, to put with my 2 current game systems that I have, which if you guys want a showcase for that once my PlayStation 5 is properly set up and the Sega Genesis here is built and put over there, I will do a separate video on that once that's all set up. At the moment, PlayStation 5 is not set up. And then at number 1, we've got the 40th anniversary train, which probably shouldn't come as a surprise to anybody, given the fact that we've got, I think, 4 trains down in the city here, plus the one in my bedroom. And I mean, if you want to count the built version of this set that's on display right outside the train station in the city, plus the smaller Christmas train polybag that's on top of the train station, and then the other little Emerald Express train set, I think that brings us up to 6 total trains in the city. Actually, no, it'd be 7. 7 total in the city, plus the Orient Express. And then this sealed. Yeah, it's kind of a no-brainer that this is my favorite gift with purchase that Lego's ever done. So, there's really nothing, at least for me personally, that could top this. Just because getting a train, even if it's just as a display like this, as a gift with purchase, is just absolutely perfect. Now I'm just basically waiting as an actual set for Lego to give us a steam train, which we haven't gotten since the Emerald Knight in 2009. That's pretty much all that I'm wishing for. Which, yes, you could power the Orient Express, but I don't want to do any surgery on my Orient Express set because it was a pain just to get it up onto the area where I've got it displayed. So if Lego ever comes out with a steam train set that fits the standard track, I'm probably going to be going after it right away. But that is a look at my top 5 favorite gift with purchases in my collection. So you guys can tell me your thoughts on this video in the comment section below. Just like and subscribe for more because I will do more in the future.